You are listening to the Lucha Central Podcast Network. And now, luchacentral.com presents Masks, Mats, and Mayhem.
Dancing is like moving your feet, moving your butt, like breaking a sweat. I mean, maybe I'm just the old fart now. I don't Welcome to another edition of Masks, Mats, and Mayhem. I'm your host, Justin Outlaw Harvey. You can find me on social media at JustinHarvey75. You, in fact, can find the entire show on social media. Choo, choo, choo. Mukbang, mukbang, mukbang. Mukbang. At MMM Show 75. And Byron and I were just talking about it. Like, hey, if you want to be a guest on the show, we're going to start trying to do some guests again soon. I apologize to all of our friends and wrestling, contacts that have wanted to be on the show. We just have been winging it so much. Like right now, Byron and I have been for the last 3 hours like, hey, let's record. No, I got to do this real quick. I got to do it, both of us. And then we just now finally started recording. So yeah, hopefully we can start scheduling some things. I think my life might even out a little bit more, or at least I know in advance when I'm going to be traveling, and it's not like on a day's notice like this week. But yeah, and if you other listeners have guests that you would like to see from the Lucha Underground world, don't ask us for anybody that's at WWE because it probably will not happen. We are not currently on their media list. We're working on it, and a few of those people would love to come and do the show again, but we have to get full approval first. So, but yes, if you know of other Lucha Underground talent that you would like to see on here, or wrestlers in general, preferably ones that we like. That have been in promotions that we're fans of, preferably both of those two things. Like,
Justin's a big fan of ECW, so I mean, man, ECW former champs probably are pretty good.
Yeah, maybe Shane Douglas, he'd be great. Love to have Taz. Love to have Taz.
We don't have Taz on the show anymore.
I know, so I'd love to get Taz back, I guess I should say.
I'll change the background to orange and maybe he'll just stumble in.
Speaking of which, and I'm not going to jump all the way into it, but Hook, like that kid. Hook. I'll talk more about it later. Stick around.
By the way, the Hook community just became known to Taz because the Hook community on Reddit loves him, right? I mean, that's where you get any ratings bump on AEW or NXT. It's just people
through Reddit. It's through on TV. Hey, look, that's what Tony wanted, though. Like, let's be honest. Tony's an old school message board kid, and if he's getting his bumps from the message board, like he's taking his cues from the message boards. He's taking his cues from guys like us. Yeah. Is he getting them all right? Is he dialing it all in every week? Nah. Sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. But like he's trying to do a different thing. Like I got to get in my mind to not judge Tony Kahn based on the Vince McMahon scale. I need to start judging Tony Kahn based on the Tony Kahn scale. Because he is a different guy. He's a different kind of wrestling persona. He's not Vince McMahon. He didn't get half the business handed to him from his father. He's not like some second generation guy. He's not a carny. He's a different type of thing. He's a money mark. He's a fan, but he's not a carny.
But he's also an executive, and he's run multiple sports franchises, and so he kind of runs this.
But he's run multiple sports franchises as part of those teams. Like what he does over at the Jaguars is he does all this analytics stuff, all this new stuff, and he's basically like a stats nerd. For the team. And he's one of the owners, so he's in the ownership group, but he actually does a real job over there and has a real function. Like awesome. He's got a whole department that crunches numbers and analyzes things and figures out kind of and helps make decisions based on that stuff. And
that also explains a lot about what other wrestlers say when they talk to him about wrestling history, about how he just knows everything. He knows more about wrestler careers than the wrestlers know.
About their own careers, yes.
Yeah.
I pride myself on 130% not being that guy. Like, people ask me about wrestling stuff all the time. I've watched the same stuff that you and Casey have watched. You guys remember way more of it than I do.
No, Casey remembers it, and then I go, yeah.
I mean, and I remember pieces of it, and I remember the general gist of it, but like he'll remember match results and the finish and this and the other thing. Like, I have to look that shit up.
Professor. Professor. Dude. Hey, yo, this is your boy, the professor. That's my middle finger. Hey, everybody. That's all you're seeing of me this week, motherfuckers. But I do have a review for you. Michael P.S. Hayes. P.S. stands for Purely Sexy. All right, so you see, you got him here. You got him in his Bad Street USA shirt. You got him with some pointy hands. He's shirt cocking it like fucking Winnie the Pooh here. All right, look at that. Hey, yo, this shirt is really hard to get off, so you're going to have to wait a minute. All right, here he is without that shirt, you fucking perverts. They did a little bit better with the body hair spray. It still looks a little bit like errant feces, but you know what? He probably had some girls shit on him back in the day. It was Texas. Pretty much anything went. He's a very popular man. So anyway, it also comes with some grabby hands, which are kind of whatever, and it comes with some Oakley blades, which have been a source of some controversy. You can see they're Oakley blades. They look fucking sick, but the problem is he didn't wear them with this attire. He wore them when he was wearing tights, when he was part of the Fabulous Freebirds. So there's a little bit of discrepancy here. But I think someone wants to tell you something about that. Hey there, I got an idea. How about you shut the fuck up about toy accuracy? Dude. Was never a member of the goddamn Ninja Turtles. I ain't ever teabagged the goddamn merman. Life is pain. So anyway, yeah, that's Michael P.S. Hayes. Pretty great figure. Put him on your shelf today. Dude. Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. Baddest street in the whole USA. Bad Street, nasty and hot. The further down the block you get, the better it got.
So I consider myself, and I always have, more of a transient wrestling supporter as opposed to a fan or a mark. Fans are fanatical. Marks are subject to being taken for their money. I'm a wrestling supporter.
Speaking of marks, a civilian I was talking to mentioned or used the term marks in her
it's
online
slipping
dating,
into the common vernacular, isn't it?
Like her online dating sort of.
She said she didn't want any marks.
She's like, you don't put any of the marks. Don't give any of those marks your social media.
Wow, that's classic.
And I was like,
It's seeped into the common
Here's how
vernacular.
I use the word mark. And then we both had a good laugh.
I mean, look, the term is a true carny term. It's the guy who, walks into the traveling gypsy fair, circus, whatever, the traveler's fair, whatever you want to call those things these days. And, you go up to him, you see that he's spreading some money around or that he's by himself or whatever, and they get him a little chalk mark on his back or hit him with an X or something. And it's like literally he's marked.
Yes.
And they're going to try to take him for all the money. Like every, swing a hammer, ring the bell guy at the carnival is going to try to hit that dude because he's a mark.
Yeah.
And when you walk in the door and you've paid for, hard side camera seats and they know who you are. They know who you are and they want your money.
Here's a new shirt every 2 weeks. By the way, I got to figure out how I'm going to get to Philly.
Yeah. Well, and I've, I think I'm going to just drive. I already told the current job that I'm doing, if I keep it, that I have those days off, whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
And they can either fly me to Philly or give me time to drive there from Cleveland.
Listen, you can't take
July 10th, people, MLW, Philadelphia, doing it.
You want to be there. If you're not there, refresh Twitter on the hashtag.
I mean, do we want to be there? Do we know what's going to happen? We don't know what's going to. That's why we want to be there. We want to be there because we have no fucking clue what the hell Court Bauer's got up his sleeves at this point.
That's true. Yeah, and we
don't trust you, Court. We're going to watch you like a hawk. God damn it.
I'm sure he doesn't know either.
I think he does know at this point. He seems very happy and confident.
Yeah.
In whatever he's got planned for July 10th.
They kayfabe the names now, like King Wuertz, which is
interesting.
Fine. You get this. You still can do the chant. King Wuertz, Mil Wuertz, like it's still phonetically.
Well, the other name, what is it? Cesar
Duran.
Cesar Duran, yeah.
Which is dumb.
Is the new Dario Cueto name. So
it's so dumb, but once they start using it, maybe they'll make it cool. And then.
So here's what I'm hoping for at this point.
Yeah.
that they keep going, but that they do a little retcon Dream Factory thing where Cesar Duran was always the guy, but he had this dream, this beautiful dream of an Aztec temple where warriors came and did battle and all the gods were fighting over, the rights to be the champions of the temple. And then it just ended in a nightmare where all these Wuertz came in and took over. And then that would be the perfect one. That would be the perfect retcon for the whole thing. And then he wakes up and he's like, I'm never letting that happen again. This is my temple.
There's no story in episode 1. It's just 3-minute squash matches. A luchador beats a white dude. Luchador beats a white dude.
Yeah, let's go out and find some guys that look like Jake Hager and just Wade Barrett and even Kross, even my boy. Let's do it.
Well, I mean, he worked at AAA enough. I would count him as. Well, look,
he was the one we weren't mad at, but let's not say that he wasn't also another big Vince McMahon-ish white guy that came in and squashed a bunch of other people. Well, he didn't, but see, he didn't get enough of a run either because they brought his character in so far at the end of the season.
Yeah.
He was there 2 weeks before that too, by the way. But he was just getting fitted for his thing.
2 weeks before what?
2 weeks before he actually debuted in Ring at Lucha Underground.
He was there like years before.
Well, I mean, even that season, like I was surprised that they didn't use him sooner in that season.
Yeah.
Like they had his vignette at the beginning, but then of season 4, but then it's not until like 10 episodes later that you even see him come to the ring.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
They could have done so much more.
Look, he got the TV time. It was a cool gimmick. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the thing I wanted to talk about early in the show, I'm not going to say start the show off with because the show has been started.
We're halfway done by now.
Are we? Because we thought that last week too. By the way, I don't care how long last week's episode is. It's actually pretty good. Like I listened to it and actually enjoyed it. Like stepping outside of myself, I was like, oh, hey, those guys have some interesting stuff to say. And we had some serious hot topics. We're about to get on one of those hot topics right now. Let's talk about a few people that have left their current positions this week. We've got three notable ones: Drake Wuertz, Velveteen Dream, and Don Callis.
Don Callis. Well, the thing about Don Callis is the PR for that is all good. He's just moving to talent. And it's been something in transition for a while.
Right. So but let's talk about, let's be honest about why it's been in transition for a while. Like there was some dust ups with Don that people know a little bit of, don't know a little bit of. There's no like hard things against the guy, but he had some issues going on and he did want to move into some different things. I think he wasn't getting the juice over there that he wanted. Clearly Scott D'Amore is the guy. And he's been helpful with Impact the whole time. He hasn't ever stopped being helpful with Impact. But at the same time, I think that he had worn out his welcome a little bit. And they're still going to use him as talent. They've been basically using him as talent. And I think that AEW is going to continue to use him as talent. Yeah. But I think that I don't think that anyone in any of the promotions really wants to see Don Callis in a power position in booking or backstage anymore.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely has a ton of power connected with Kenny. And so...
and just the fact that he's got a lot of connections in general.
Yeah.
And he's done good work.
He helped book the Kenny Jericho match, right? Mm-hmm. Which changed the industry, created AEW, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Like probably 80% of what they claim in the promos is true about it.
Yeah.
It's great. I look at him as kind of like a version of Paul Heyman. You know, he's sort of he's there with this guy and he helps keeps the storylines together in the promos for his guy. He helps probably advocate a little bit in the back, you know, like that match, like helping with the cross promotion stuff. And
he's also a little bit of a dirtbag.
Yeah. And so
what you see from Don Callis is not a made up character. It's just, an exaggeration of who he actually is. There's a little bit of scumbag to him. There's a little bit of shrewd businessman. There's a little bit of the guy who protects his friends and tries to get them over. There's a little bit of the genius booker. He actually is all of those things in real life. It just depends on how it manifests from day to day.
Yeah.
But I was not. A lot of people were surprised by it and thought that. I think they got their kayfabe twisted in thinking that because he was the Forbidden Door guy, that he actually had more juice at Impact than he did. In fact, it was quite the opposite. He got to be the Forbidden Door guy because they were pushing him out of booking in the back in the first place. That he needed a role and something to do. So it was, hey, Don, do this thing with your boy Kenny and you be back out front for a while and cut some hot promos again. And he can do that. He's the network guy. He's that guy. He's the scumbag. He's great at that.
He's great, but also, and we've seen him sort of go into business for himself or sort of get off track, off message a little bit in some of the promos. But by and large, Kenny's great, but Don Callis was the one, especially early on when the storylines were very important, and each time they came out, they had to explain something and sell something, and he was the one who'd go out and do it, and then he would also be the safety net. So when Kenny comes out, yells Bullet Club, and runs around like he's been drinking 15 Kenny Omega energy drinks, Callis steps in. What my friend means to say is they're good brothers. And there's a match on the next pay-per-view.
So, and what I'm hoping too is if he gets Tony Khan's ear too much over in AEW, that Dean Malenko is just going to blindside clothesline him backstage out of nowhere.
It was great to see Dean Malenko.
Oh, wasn't it though? Oh my God. That just made me so happy. And he looked every bit the Dean Malenko that you wanted to see on camera for 5.5 seconds. He just had that look like he was so over it. But at the same time, how much the guy cares.
He was great.
I love Dean Malenko.
He's ice cold in his emotion expressions.
Exactly. It just was so perfect.
It was great. I mean, it's also like,
who would have thought like this past month of wrestling that we'd have like Dean Malenko and Ted DiBiase making appearances on television in general. Like
Jericho and Malenko doing another segment on TNT.
Yeah, great. Yeah, when did you ever expect that? That's awesome. Love it. So Velveteen and Drake.
I think
what's he even say about Velveteen at this point? I'm surprised that he got that last little push that he did when they did that event where, they were slamming people on the hoods of the cars outside or whatever one that was. Like, I was surprised he even got that.
Looking back, it feels like they needed that level opponent for Adam Cole to give Adam Cole a good, interesting match.
Wait, Meatloaf is posting a bunch of tweets and he's not here on the show? What's going on here? Meatloaf, where are you?
Meatloaf, you son of a bitch.
Where's my boy? Anyway, what were you saying? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just I see Meatloaf tweeting and he didn't show up to work.
Maybe he's tweeting at work.
Bitch. Yeah, he might be at the shoot job.
I'm on Twitter at work all the time. When I have
Truth.
Looking back, it seems like, oh God.
What happened?
In the DM, I'm like, Meef. And he just replied, yo. Man, the boys are just not. They're part-timers. They're so.
I got the game running through my blood, yo. Like, I just go I cut my wrist and dice just roll out. That's how much game I got, yo. That's how much skin in the game I got.
Man, I don't know any of that song.
Byron's like, can you put that in terms for white people?
Yeah,
no, I can't.
What does that mean?
I can't. I don't know what that means. You got to just flow with it sometimes, man. You just got to be like,
Whoa, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm up. Have you seen me try and dance?
Like Wakanda forever.
Tell me about my flow there.
Oh my God. Do you have a TikTok, Byron?
No, I don't. I refuse to because I have enough. And I try and limit.
Does Jim Velasco have a TikTok? Is that his secret to winning all the white women? I'm just asking for a friend.
I don't know. Do you think if we knew his secret,
I would very much like to know. I would like to know the Jim Velasco secret. I am a single man now. I think I want him to write a book for just me.
What he's told me is he intermittently fasts and he works out every day, really hard.
And I don't want to make it sound like that Jim is some kind of player or pimp or anything. Like he's not doing anything untoward or
out on a date with him.
He's not doing anything sordid. It's just that anytime the young man has been single and looking for a date, he has not had any issue getting one.
Yeah.
From a very hot, chesty white girl. Right?
Okay, I'm not stepping into that.
Okay.
So anyway, so now that
I mean, look, he gets chesty white girls like you get psycho chicks. It's pretty amazing.
I don't necessarily want to comment on that. But since Meatloaf has joined the party, welcome to the show,
Meatloaf, I was just talking about Velveteen Dream.
Yes.
Are we surprised it took this long for him to get let go?
Not really.
No, I didn't think so. Yeah. It feels about right.
I mean, if he worked at another job and they found out he was a paedophile, then yeah. Or he was hiding cameras in toilets, then yeah, he'd be fired on the spot. But it's wrestling. I'm surprised he's not already been put in the Hall of Fame.
This is why we needed Meatloaf. We just needed somebody that could effectively say the word pedophile and make it sound right. Because when we say it doesn't sound as good.
That's the other one.
Nonsense.
Yes.
Nonsense.
And there's other stuff coming out about how difficult Dream was, Velveteen was, because there's a different Dream for now, which is whatever.
You mean the American Dream?
But there was a very difficult reputation that he had backstage working with people, unprofessional.
Because he blatantly was one of those guys who, went too far with the character. They became one, and he started thinking he was Prince.
I get it when you're like, I get those guys who are just kind of D-bags and they're like ribbing everyone and everything, but like, yeah, method acting in wrestling is kind of scary sometimes.
Yeah, and
depending on what your character is.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're like, oh, well, they think I'm a bit creepy, so if I put these cameras in the toilet, I don't know what kind of method that is, but
I've never heard of that, but
if you go to this is the thing. Spanish-speaking websites have been running the story all about him setting up cameras in bathrooms.
We don't have to worry about the libel cases.
Yeah.
Man.
No habla English.
But one thing. And
we're not suggesting that he actually did that. Hence the American broadcast that we're doing. We're just reporting that somebody else reported that he did something that he reportedly did.
You know what? If you,
but he looks assault, doesn't he? Let's be honest.
You can talk to our lawyer. Just send an email to Kevin Kleinrock. Subject matter: I want to talk to your lawyer.
Pedophiles.
I want to talk to your lawyer about the things your top show, MMM show.
I mean, look, Kleinrock really did mess up when the one and only thing he put in our contract was that we would get legal representation. So I'm sorry, Kev. I apologize in advance.
Yeah, and then still put me on the show.
Drake Wuertz, though.
Real quick before we go,
go ahead.
I do want to say that it is commendable to see the industry, even though it took a minute to get rid of Velveteen. But it is a little reassuring to see that he didn't fit in, that he's gone and he lost a job and he didn't.
What frightens me is when you see a tweet from a Hot Tub guy saying, "Don't book that dude." Yeah,
right. He loves everyone. He's a great.
He may well, yeah, but he knew some people in California were like going, oh.
I mean, look, it may seem weird at this day and age to say that Hot Tub Guy actually has some juice, but he's
juicy, baby.
He is the pulse of the smart mark community.
Shout out to Hot Tub Guy. He's doing commentating stuff. He's doing great.
He's doing great, man. And he was a joke to people for a long time, but man, that kid just goes to every show, puts his heart into it, and he smokes so much weed.
I think he stopped smoking.
How does he? Is that what it?
Commentary.
Oh my God! Because I didn't even know how he stayed so motivated to even show up at that many shows.
Yeah,
I'm a lightweight. If I'll smoke twice a year, and that.
Yeah,
I mean. Anybody who's given up smoking weed and then sits next to Kevin Gill for like 2 hours, 3 hours, Commendable.
And we'll probably start smoking weed again that night.
To get back to the Velveteen point, though, it's not too far back in the history of wrestling. In fact, allegedly, probably a lot of people who wear suit and tie there now, back when they were actively wrestling, probably did all the same stuff that Dream did. And that's part of that. That's kind of part of like the carny lifestyle back then. You're going town to town, no repercussions, no social media. You do all sorts of stuff, and it's not like they're the best people. Like Shawn Michaels took forever. He's beloved now, but it took him a long time to get to the point to even like get a redemption for his.
Look, how many wrestlers do you think, say in 1998, a percentage of wrestlers that you think had been had sex with someone who was underage, or had sex with the same sex, even though they were hetero? How many do you think that there were in like 1998, percentage wise?
Like
80 at least.
80. I was going to say like 65.
Yeah, I'll say 75. But it's the same thing with like rock and roll. It's probably the same thing with TV, traveling type stuff. You just, and it's great.
Like I said some time ago, you had the situation, like I said, with my mum's 63.
Mm-hmm.
And when she was 14 years old, she was a woman. She was that. They had jobs. They had jobs. No. But they had jobs and shit. And they were going to shows trying to fuck Mick Jagger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not saying that means it's okay. I'm
First
just saying,
Mick Jagger transcends every single rule in law. Everyone wants to. Doesn't matter, man, woman.
Yeah.
It's the hips, man. It's the hips.
Yeah.
Mick Jagger, you want to get in there?
No.
Sorry.
No. Not even me. Not even me.
Meatloaf. Meatloaf doesn't want Mick Jagger because he doesn't respect his music, man.
Yep.
That's true.
It's a turn off. It's a total turn off for me.
Hey, speaking of disliking,
if it was Prince,
okay, yeah.
I said it before. Prince made a whole lot of men out there question their sexuality, and that's true. For me, it wasn't Prince though. It was Morris Day. Morris Day could get it.
What about Jerome?
What? Jerome, bring me my mirror.
I love how
Jerome watches in the corner.
Oh, Jerome could watch. Get the video camera. Jerome, bring me my video camera.
Can we?
I'm straight, by the way. In case you guys were wondering, because I'm sure there's some people wondering.
But still, Morris Day.
Morris Day.
That's nice hair. I mean,
I'm telling you.
Jim Morrison, look at that hair. Fantastic.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Meef needs a man with some good hair. Some good hair. Having a good hair day.
Nice hair.
All right. So anything else you want to say about Velveteen? So we're basically hoping that this guy is just done. Like that he needs to go and work at UPS or something now, right?
Or get his head on straight.
I don't want him delivering parcels to anybody's house when he could become the next, I'm not going to start listing serial killers.
It's weird.
Amazon is beginning to they were trying to test a thing out where they get access to open your door and leave a packet.
It's weird though, because I want to see that. I'm one of those people that believes that.
Thank God Toys R Us has ended.
Anybody can redeem themselves at some point in time. Doing something terrible is not always the end of the road, but for some reason with him, I liked the guy for a while too. I was interested in his career and where he was going, and I thought he was a good in-ring performer. You even heard us say it on this show. We talked about a couple of his matches back in the day favorably, but now I'm just kind of hoping he disappears altogether. And I'm not normally like that.
Yeah.
I'm normally
even if it's for his own sake and society's.
Yeah, just find something else, bro.
One less diddler.
I love the new Jack promo for I got abbreviated it. These two guys are fired. Two less we have to deal with. Keep up terrible work. We're kind of a little long in this first segment. Let's
talk about Drake.
And then Meef, hard opinions on Drake Wuertz.
Well, I am not a scientist, but I have begun a study that around the use of spray tanning and racism. Because apparently, if you are the shade of the 1978 Dutch team shirt, you have to harbour conspiracy theories about child sex trafficking rings that you're probably supporting in actually, and racism. So there seems to be correlation. It's early days.
Oh wow!
But it does seem to be a very big percentage of people who are bright fucking orange.
Here's the thing I'm gonna say. Like I put him in the Gina Carano category. Maybe actually worse than the Gina Carano category, because I actually really liked Gina for a long time. But in the category of just not smart enough to keep it to a level for your own good. Like, have your theories, have your opinions, be a piece of crap of whatever variety or flavor that you want. But man, when your job and the internet start getting wind of it and start like tearing you down about it, like clean your shit up for a minute.
Yeah, but there's more. There's a lot of stuff that now that he's been fired, stuff is coming out.
Did not take long for it to come out, did it?
No, but it's like it's all the unofficial stuff that all those guys knew about that helped sort of color in the way things are going with him. But it wasn't a confirmed thing you could put in an article. Now he's been fired. More people can come out and say it. But like he almost got in a fight with a person of color talent backstage. People thought that he was racist or mildly racist. Like that was a concern. Some people did not feel safe with him working their matches. There was around the time of, I believe, George Floyd, when that was fresh in the news, Triple H had an inclusion meeting. And when he got to the part, everyone's welcome, doing all that stuff, which is great. But when he got to the part about all religions, Drake huffed and puffed and like packed the stuff up real loud and left. It's just like, I get like his social media stuff and sort of queuing out and trying to go to the town city council meetings to make your town
because that is one level of it. Like there's one, it's one level to have your thoughts and conspiracy thoughts or whatever, even if they're not whatever. I'm not even claiming that they are
workplace hazard. He became a workplace hazard.
But then when you take those things and those theories and you start putting them into a different level of hatred, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people who have, questioned some of Kross's association with him and other people that have associated with him. I can tell you for a fact, Kross loves a good conspiracy, but at the same time, 100% not a racist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a shame too, because like people who were associated with this guy and, might have agreed with some of his thinking, clearly don't believe or agree with all of his thinking.
Yeah.
His thinking stretched a little farther, I think, than a lot of people believed.
And they get you with like the Save the Children stuff, because obviously who doesn't want to stop child trafficking? But it's just they sort of get you in, and then they
Donald Trump doesn't want to stop child trafficking.
No, come on, he needs.
And he's one of Drake's favorite people,
But it's just like
priests.
They hook you with something that sort of sounds reasonable, and then but also like if you look up what
if somebody walks up to you on the street and says you don't want people to eat babies, do you?
Right.
Well, then now you need to believe this.
If you look up these companies that they're associated with, I don't know the names, and I'm not gonna bring them up. Like they're not actually helping. What do all these people do? Nothing. There's that anti-trafficking show that's coming up or went. I don't know. What is it going to do? It's basically all the people who got queued out and can't really work anywhere.
Hey, let me say this too. I firmly believe that Drake Wuertz is entitled to his opinion. Even if that opinion is completely racist, completely, anti anything I believe politically, I 100% co-sign him having any opinion that he would like to have. But yes. I also 100% co-sign people having the opinion that he should not be involved in things that they are involved in, and that he needs to get the fuck out because he has those opinions. That's the way it goes.
I 100%
I'm not
co-sign on having his testicles eaten by a dog.
Right.
Yeah, but see, and what I'm saying is, like, I'm not all about
it too.
I'm not all about the cancel culture or whatever. I'm all about accountability. Say whatever you want to say. Speak up for what you believe in. and stick by your actions. And it seems like he's doing that, but also stick by other people's reactions to your actions. Don't be all shocked and fucking appalled when people don't agree with your opinions. And that's fine. We can all have a debate. I don't care. Like, I love racists that are out there that tell me they're racist. What I hate is somebody hiding it and being thinly veiled and acting like they like me to their face and then trying to actively screw me over to my back. Like, no, let's have it out. Let's have a fucking debate. Call me some names. Say some shit to me. Tell me how you feel. Let's get this handled.
By the way, Justin is single, so this is just this specific type of person. He doesn't want screwing him to his back.
Yeah. That's just, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, Drake, you're gone, buddy. You gone. I don't know where you gonna work next because you are a hotbed of a mess for anybody.
He's
in a
probably going to become a public, he's going to become a senator or something.
I mean, he should.
Whatever.
He should go to that group of people that are actually promoting that stuff. Like, if he needs a job, and he's got friends, he seems like he's a good public speaker. And if these are his true convictions, what better time now than to be the ousted WWE guy and the conspiracy against him, by the liberal media to take away his voice? Like, great, go find that voice. Do what Gina Carano did. Go right to that far right side and get a job.
What did she do? What did she do?
She's going to make movies for far right conspiracy theorists.
She got signed by that fucking twerp who can't get his wife wet. What kind of movie is she going to make?
Cruz.
What kind of movie she's going to make?
Her last two movies weren't that good anyway. That might be better.
She lost the Mandalorian show.
We know what's going to happen. She's in a couple of weeks, if not a year from now. She'll be off her fucking tits on drugs, doing porn, but doing that kind of when they she says racist stuff, but she's getting fucked by a big black dude. She's gonna start doing that shit. That's it. Yeah, she's gonna do that.
One of my favorites.
Have you seen that movie Storytelling with Selma Blair?
Yes. That scene is not okay. There's nothing okay about that scene. I mean, there was nothing okay about it the 60 or 70 times I rewound it. It was not okay.
We watched it in my screenwriting class, and my teacher was like, what the fuck? Because I think Blockbuster put a big block. It was censored.
Oh, you saw the censored version? Oh, no, you got to see the uncensored version.
No, I've seen, come on.
But Selma Blair's so tiny.
I'm finding this.
Selma Blair's so tiny. Man, it just, Anyway, let's send it on over to our friend Denise Salcedo over in Lucha Central to tell us everything that's happening this week on the Lucha Central Podcast Network. While I go up and look up what supplements.
Create some content for our OnlyFans account.
Oh, yeah, we should definitely do that. I'm going to go look up Lex.
Hey, everyone, it's Denise Salcedo here in Lucha Central with a reminder of where and when to catch all of the great network content this week. Get the full lineup and listen to all of our shows in the podcast network section of luchacentral.com. Sundays on the Lucha Central Facebook page, world-traveled shooter of the camera kind, Jerry Villagrana goes mano a mano with a fellow photographer to throw down about some of their favorite photos they have taken at Lucha Libre events. Monday, Business of the Business returns as Mass Republic President Kevin Kleinrock takes you inside how your favorite Lucha Libre merchandise gets made. On Tuesdays, Mass Mats and Mayhem takes you inside the world of Lucha Underground as they take you weekly through the series with the benefit of hindsight and the benefit of special guests from the groundbreaking series. Check out the premiere video stream every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern on the Lucha Central YouTube channel and at luchacentral.com. Then listen to it on your favorite podcast platform every Wednesday. Tuesday nights live, it's Wrestle Boss, where Fabi Chulo talks MMA and pro wrestling with special guests and listener call-ins. Visit WrestleBossLive.com Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific to listen live or call in with questions or download the show on podcast platforms on Wednesdays. Wednesday nights live on Facebook, it's Spanish show La Mesa de los Márgaros, giving you both the news and the chisme from around the lucha world. Special guests and a whole lot of fun make it one of the most talked about shows in Mexico. Thursdays, it's straight out of the bodega with Papo Esco and PWR promoter Gabriel Ramirez, as they have guests from throughout the wrestling world pull up to give an inside look into their careers. From indie standouts to television superstars, each week brings a new name and perspective. On Friday, it's your double dose of Lucha Central Weekly podcast, one in English y el otro en español. Lucha Central Weekly is where you'll find all the top stories of the week, both inside and out of the ring from Mexico and anywhere luchadores are in action across the globe. Be sure to subscribe and follow all your favorite Lucha Central Network series on your favorite podcast platforms, either by their own series name or subscribe to the Lucha Central Podcast Network show pages to get all of the shows in one easy feed. And please consider giving a rating to help more fans find the shows that you love. For now, this is Denise Salcedo signing off from Lucha Central Central. Have a great week.
And we're back. Hey, Byron.
Hey, what's up, Justin?
Did you hear?
Hear what?
Did you hear the news about AEW?
I heard.
Sorry,
the news
my eyes
about
look so
AEW.
sleepy. Why do my eyes look so sleepy today, dude? I did not. Oh
No.
I'm stretching my eyes, Byron. I'm not making
No.
racial things.
This reminds me of Un Chien Andalou. Where's the needle? Where's the needle?
Byron, I'm not doing racist things. Because I don't want to get buried on this show like Xia Li. All right, you ready?
She got buried?
I don't know.
She's awesome. Well, then she's not doing anything anymore, is she?
No. And there was all this hubbub with the, the anti-Asian thing that's been going on out there about her being a bad guy and this, that, and the other thing.
Oh, really?
And yeah.
How was she a bad guy? She was the good guy, and the other two were the.
But it was yes, she is playing this triad, badass Asian, gangster character with a mystical triad group around her now. Yeah. And it's just and people are like, oh, well, why is the Asian got to be the bad guy? This and the other thing. It's like, well, they tried her as a baby face and it sucked. Yeah. Xia Li as everybody's best friend was not a hot angle. I don't know what else to tell you. And I like awesome gangster movies. I don't know if you bring in an Italian guy in a suit, is it all of a sudden racist if if he's a badass dude? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is a bad look. I don't know. I don't understand racism for the most part. That kind of racism. I understand. I hate you, Blackie. I understand that kind of racism. I don't understand.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah, Byron.
I don't. Byron.
Stop saying that, Byron.
Justin, I apologize for the conversation. Now I realize the pre-roll conversation today was inappropriate.
Dying over here.
But no, see, I mean, it's kind of a fine line of they're referencing a culture and a bit of where she's from. Then you have they had the
right. She's not just a gangster. She's an Asian gangster, but surrounded by other Asian gangsters.
But you have to do that
with supernatural powers.
Do that properly and whatever. You have to do it. I guess the way the performer is comfortable, and then you just kind of feel it out to get over it and make money. That's all that really matters in wrestling. If it's controversial, but you make money, you keep doing it. If it's controversial and your advertisers are going to pull out, then you take it off the air. That's what it boils down to. That's the morality of wrestling and entertainment.
I mean, that's the morality of anything these days. And to make any type of assumption of character based on nationality is difficult to do now. Even I was watching this Netflix movie, the Army of the Dead thing or whatever. The Zack Snyder zombie movie on Netflix with Dave Bautista. Yeah. I'm watching that, and there's a thing in there where the Japanese character says easy peasy Japanesey. And one of the other characters is like, I don't think you can say that anymore. I think it's, easy peasy, take her easy or something, take a sleep. And so then the Japanese character, lemon squeezy, yeah. And then the Japanese character says that again. And it's funny because it's just showing you you can't do these things anymore. And they're actually pointing it out in the movie with the characters. And I was just like, oh, that's brilliant. But that's also the closest you can get to racial humor these days.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. I mean, but it's also like, okay.
Now, so benign. I mean, God, man, could you imagine Mel Brooks trying to write a movie today?
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Oh my God. I mean, I love but it's not for me to say if the Xia Li stuff offends, because it's not any of my personal culture that I feel is being represented wrong. But like, there was the thing where like Hideo Itami, Kenta got a t-shirt and they used the rising sun imagery, which is offensive. And I'm sure that was done in good faith. That was definitely done in better faith than that Cedric Alexander shirt or something.
ACH, wasn't it?
ACH shirt.
ACH, yeah.
Oh my God. But, it was just like, oh, here's a Japanese thing for the Japanese guy. It's awesome. This is going to be great. All of his fans from where he used to work would probably buy it.
There's
someone's like, Wikipedia. And
there's all this anti-Islamic stuff going on right now, and anti-Semitic stuff going on right now, and anti-Asian stuff going on right now. And you know what? Blacks and Latinos are off the hook for a minute. Is that bad? Yes, it's terrible. I don't support any of it, but it is kind of strange that I feel like for the first time in history, racism is not pointed at Blacks or Latinos.
Well, after 9/11, you guys got a little break.
Well, I mean, with the BLM stuff, and then there was actually a lot of anti-Latino stuff at the beginning of the year when Biden kind of opened up the borders more again, and there was a lot of flip. But that seems to have died down a little bit. And I can tell you, man, like in the entertainment industry, Black folks are actually finally getting their due on a lot of stuff. I can't tell you, like, I've done more Black-owned businesses on my show in the past 3 weeks than I did in the previous 4.5 years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like
I see on job postings, because that's where I'm at. I'm not actually working and have tails from work. I have tails from looking for work.
But that's why you're not working. Black dudes are getting your jobs. This is so awesome.
They say there's just constant, like, equal opportunity employer, like we're looking for blah, 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 which, that's
God,
great.
You're so screwed, Byron. What are you going to do being like a middle-class white male?
Well, it's certainly not try harder or get better at my job. Fuck that.
Why would you? You're a white guy. You're not supposed to have to do that.
I'm actually, no, I didn't get here by trying hard or being good at my job.
Chili being from Tennessee is like kind of a, something.
People just felt.
Yeah, he's a Jew from Tennessee. He's like the perfect Hollywood hybrid.
I didn't want to say the J word then.
I'm not from Tennessee.
Well, but you have family there,
so you can
go ethnic.
I've ever been from
Byron. You can go ethnic redneck. You'll be employed for the rest of time.
I was born in Georgia.
Can't you cry about Palestine and like get a job off that? Something.
No, everyone still is on the like saying, "Oh, Israel, poor Israel." They're only killing good people. Wish they could kill more children, I guess.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck Israel. Fuck Israel. Just because you don't like Israel doesn't mean you're like anti-Semitic. It ain't going after Jews. Just saying fuck Israel. It's a state that was created, and they're wiping people out. It's a genocide.
I know too many Israelis and Palestinians. I'm staying the hell out of that one. That's all I'm saying.
I'm 2 feet in on it. Bullshit. Grow the fuck up, everybody.
Stop, and for the violence to stop.
So, Byron, did you hear the news?
And
seems like nothing after that subject, and we're back and back. No,
so here's the deal with AEW. They just announced a new TV deal, which kind of makes a lot of sense with stuff on with their how much success they're having at TNT.
Are they?
With Turner. Yeah, and they're getting great ratings. They're doing great, and Turner's very happy with them. But also, Turner just signed the NHL, and so there's going to be hockey games on TNT. And that was the first question: what's going to happen? And
it sucks because honestly, AEW is probably going to pull bigger numbers than those hockey games do. But there's more of those hockey games, and to make concessions to that entire league full of owners, you have to do things like bump your hit show to an entire another network.
Yeah, but
also that network should have the ability to really focus on them now, right?
Yeah. So they're still going to they're adding a third hour. They're calling it Rampage, and it was originally pitched to be a third hour Dynamite. And Tony and the boys
But it's airing on a whole different night, right? It's going on Friday night, right?
So it'll be Friday on TNT. They'll still be on TNT. The current plan is they still keep the TNT belt.
But then they're all moving to TBS.
But then
they're going to launch the new show on TNT, but then the whole thing is moving to TBS, right?
No, I thought it stays on TNT.
No, I think all the programming is going to TBS.
I'm pretty sure it stays on TNT.
All right, let's see what Variety has to say. Keep talking, and I'll look it up.
So Dynamite's moving to TBS, and from what I read,
about prove you wrong.
Well, if there's one thing MMM show stands for, it's let's get it right.
Let's get it right-ish. Get that right-ish, Byron. That we get it right-ish.
Right, day one-ish.
Since right one-ish.
Yeah, but the thing is, Dynamite going to TBS is going to be a big help to TBS. And so in doing that, AEW is kind of throwing a bone to Turner and helping them out. And then in return, they'll get something, which I assume is the Rampage show on Friday night.
Let me read the exact thing so we all know what's going on. Turner Entertainment said Wednesday that TNT's wrestling series AEW Dynamite will move to TBS in January 2022. The move comes as TNT is adding a new hour-long series, AEW Rampage, which will debut on TNT August 13th at 10 p.m. It, too, will relocate to TBS with Dynamite in 2022.
Oh.
So they're both going... So TBS will be the home of AEW next year, which is, I think, good though.
On your plums.
Keep it all in one place, but blow it up, make it feel big, make it feel like a big property on the network.
But they're going to do like a few Clash of the Champion type shows on TNT. They're still doing specials. They're special.
They're still doing the specials, yes, which also makes sense because they can hype them up during NHL and NBA season.
That's great. They're doing great. It's awesome. So,
I mean, I think one of the weird things about it to me is that TBS is like the comedy brand now. Like at one point, they were both just different superstations. But then they really made TNT kind of the drama serious program channel with NBA stuff. And that TBS was the comedy half hour, more fun thing that wasn't getting as big numbers. You know, and so I really just wonder if this means that MJF's newfound seriousness as the Pinnacle character is going to have to go back to being comedy in 2022. Have I read into that too far?
On that note,
I think TBS will probably.
Stay calm.
I think they'll rebrand a bit on the serious note, but also. I don't know. I mean, it was a fun little slapsticky sort of bit with Jericho and MJF, but it's nice that it was only short term. But who knows? He's a tremendous talent, and he will find ways to keep entertaining.
Well, I want to talk about Dynamite a little bit, and we can start right there with that sit down Godfather-esque dinner segment with the Pinnacle and Sean Spears torturing a waiter.
God bless him. They're trying so hard with him.
I mean, I get it, but like he's the only guy. Like you look at what the Inner Circle did. Every guy who was present got the rub. They all got stick time. They all did some things. They all kind of said their piece, and it seemed to work good. Then you go to the Pinnacle segment, and it's MJF, and Sean Spears is the only other guy who gets the rub at all, and that's the rub that they choose to give him. It's like him beating up a waiter and totally like throwing money at the guy, which I liked that part. I liked him. I liked totally like, hey, get out of here, kid. Throw him a wad of cash. That was a good touch, even though he blew the timing on it a little bit. But the whole Sean Spears thing was like, what are we doing with this guy? Is anybody supposed to believe him as like a legit tough guy like this? Really?
Yeah, there's definitely an appeal to him. There's definitely a personality of his to connect. And ever since like when he was doing the 10 stuff, and it's just like, hey, this guy's fun. Let's just enjoy him. I think that was more in line. Like now he wears the mohawk and he tries to be a super badass tough guy who hurts people. And you don't necessarily.
You know what would have been better in that segment? switched him and Wardlow should have switched chairs, and if Wardlow just took that dude's head, bounced it off the table, and then just laid his body back down while MJF just kept talking, that would have been badass.
That would have been, but Wardlow
that would have been dope.
They need. He doesn't need it though. Spears needs something, and they're trying so hard.
Yeah, but if he needs it that much, why bother giving it to him? Because there's so many other guys who already have it that they're not even using. Why are we trying so hard with Sean fucking Spears?
Nice to have someone to take the pinfall in your group, but also. But Wardlow, I guess you don't watch
Banyan. I hate that prick. I hate him.
Wardlow stole the whole show. Like, he was the one who got over the most because he's the one who stole Spears' dinner while Spears was trying to do the tough guy act.
Wardlow's the shit.
Yeah,
I like that kid now.
He's great. You know, he's just like, there's a personality in there that's just waiting.
All right. So let me confess this.
Okay.
I like Brian Pillman Jr.'s promo earlier in the evening.
Yes.
I thought that was very good, and I was very surprised. And like, I've seen Pillman Jr. at a bunch of indie shows. Like, I saw him all over the place in 2017 and 18. I loved his whole, like, you know, no, I'm not here because of my dad. I'm not here to be a second generation wrestler. He was all kind of dark side of the ring. Like, I don't want to do that. I like that promo. Then by the time the match happens with the Young Bucks, all of a sudden I don't give a fuck again. I did not care about anything that happened in that match.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Why can't AEW keep my interest in these things that they're doing? Like, even from the first hour of the show to the second hour of the show.
I don't know. I thought the match was fine. I thought it was good, but also...
But it was just fine. It was the headliner, but it was just fine. So many other good things happened in the episode. Why was the headliner just fine?
But it's like they keep records, they keep score, you know? And so that way you can have a team go on dark, go in for a month, and now they're number one contenders statistically. And that's what these guys did. But they're green as fuck, and they shouldn't be in that title scene. It's great that they get the experience, but there's no world that exists where you think they have a chance. And I agree, though, Pillman Jr.
Because they didn't?
Yeah, and Pillman Jr., super, super compelling on the stick. He's also super green. His promo was good.
His promo was really good, though.
He's gonna get a lot better because also, like,
and they should have never let Griff talk at all in that promo, by the way. That was a mistake. No, and not that he was bad. He wasn't even that bad, but like that was BPJ's like moment. Yeah. Like, let him have that moment and don't cloud it up, don't muddy the waters. Just let him have that moment.
Yeah. So
that was a mistake on their part.
Pillman Jr. I mean, maybe he's still too green to do singles matches on live TV. When I saw him, he was doing the MLW Heart Foundation stuff, and he was basically the Ricky Morton guy.
Can we just call him BPJ now? Like, can that just be a thing, BPJ?
I don't know. BPJ.
Sure.
BPJ.
Anyway.
So yeah, I think he's compelling. I use him and see what you can get out of him now, but I don't think I think it's reasonable.
I'd be more interested in seeing them do something with him than freaking Sean Spears. How about that?
Well, yeah.
Am I wrong? Sean Spears is just a fucking dud, right? He's a lost cause, right?
Yeah. The problem I've noted, don't watch AEW, but from everything I hear and everything I see, and you guys rambling on about it all the time, they seem to have like about 70,000 people signed to their roster, and they want all of them to be Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Not everybody can be Stone Cold. Not everybody can be.
There is a bit of that.
You just need to keep. You've got organic people who are really good at it anyway. Use them to be the stars. It will rub off on other people. Well, they don't need to be as good as them or better than them or whatever, but just being around them, they will slowly get up to that level anyway.
Yeah, I definitely saw a little something in BPJ this time, so hopefully they find a way to do something credible with him or the Varsity Blondes. And and no offense to Griff, because I actually like them when they wrestle in the ring together. I just don't know if that packaging is working right for them. They might need to shake up that packaging a little bit somehow.
It's a good jobber tag team.
Yeah, but I think they could do better than that. And I think Pillman Jr. should be, in the mix feuding with like Kip Sabian and some of the other mid-card tag teams and stuff like Best Friends and SCU, who's no more. But anyway,
when you look at evolutions of talents, Pillman Jr., I think when he goes back to the original sort of tribute gimmick he was doing, where he'd wear tights with tributes to the Hart Foundation, something like that is going to be much more in line with who he is and what he represents or fights for.
Yeah, and let him cut these hot promos. Like he can cut the slightly angry, fired up, chip on his shoulder promo and do it as a babyface too, which is pretty rare these days. Like a fired up babyface is hard to do. Most of the baby faces are kind of gummy and silly these days. In fact, you don't even know who are baby faces anymore. It's like you got Inner Circle, but they're baby faces that act like heels who have just been heels for 8 months. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the baby face world is a tough world these days.
Yeah. I do want to say on AEW, I'm appreciating how the Mox Eddie tag team.
I was just going to go there too. Oh my God.
The Wild Thing songs. It's so much fun. That's great. They're fun.
I'll tell you what. This match should have been the headliner of the night. I liked Kingston and Moxley versus the Acclaimed better than the Young Bucks versus the Varsity Blondes.
That was the match of the week on any show for me. And the Acclaimed, they're so good. And
it was so much fun. It was like stupid fun wrestling. The promos were great. Both the rap coming to the ring was great. Like Eddie Kingston doing the we're wrestling the rapper and then the rapper's friend. Because that is literally his character. He's just the rapper's friend. And it's so lame. And the fact that they completely put attention to it. And then he came out and did that. Yeah. And Max's rap, oh my God, where he hit Renee Paquette in the face with that shit. Wow.
It was funny because they nailed, for some reason on this one, they nailed the reactions, the cross shooting from stage to the ring.
They got it 100% right.
You see Eddie and Mox when he calls Eddie a box of Newports. You see Eddie's face and Mox going, "Well, he's kind of right." And then when he did the oral sessions line,
like if you're gonna play a little bit of comedy and then have it turn into a brawl, and then the match itself was fun. All the spots were fun. You could tell they were all well rehearsed with it. Like it felt like they actually went over the match a couple times. Like they actually really worked it out well. I feel like that was Eddie because it seemed like Eddie was leading a lot in that match.
Yeah,
and was even calling stuff to Moxley. So, I loved it.
It's great, and they looked strong and good. The Acclaim did.
Tandem paradigm shift for the finish too was good. Like I want to see both these. I want to see both these teams facing the Young Bucks. That's what I want. Let's get that happening, and let's let the Acclaimed walk away with the belts because that's what should happen. But it won't. Anyway, top of the episode, Christian Cage versus Seidel. Great match. This was exactly where Christian Cage should have been. I'm glad that they slowed it down for a few weeks, worked it out, figured out exactly what they're doing with him. I think this is 100% the right call. I think they got it down now. And speaking of the just the camera work in general, I gotta say that the Red Velvet Serena Deeb match, wow. Finally, the director is learning how to shoot these matches, hiding the weaknesses, showing off the strengths, calling the right cameras for the right spots. I feel like they're finally actually watching the product. Mm-hmm. Most of the entrances on this episode were finally called the right way. Like, I don't know what did it. I don't know if they're pre-taping and editing better or something. I don't know what was different about this one, but that match, especially Serena Deeb versus Red Velvet, which was a very good match, by the way. Mm-hmm. This match is what we were talking about last week with Bellator, where you get guys that aren't the best, and it makes for a more exciting fight when they're at the same skill level that isn't at the top, because anything could happen. Like in an MMA, anybody could get knocked out in one of those matches or submitted, like, because there's, it takes one mistake. And sometimes those UFC guys are so good that you just see them dance around each other or just go back and forth grappling on the mat for hours because they know the counter to everything the other guy's doing. But when you get them at a lower skill level, it sometimes is better and more exciting. Like there were spots where I am so impressed with how far Red Velvet has come in like 4 or 5 months. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, she's been wrestling a while, but you see her on Dark putting the pieces together, trying out different finishes, trying different setups, just trying stuff out.
And she went hard this time too.
Yeah.
There was no hesitation in anything she was doing. And she blew a couple spots. There were a couple that were a little loose and a few spots that were blown. And like, there was a couple of mix-ups where her and Serena didn't know who was calling the what thing. And so they were just kind of, you know, kicking each other, running the ropes. But some of the stuff, like the running the ropes into the chop block thing and some of these others, like, what? Wow.
I love the Tequila Sunrise where at the very end where Serena Deeb was just hammering the knee into the mat before she wrenched it for the submission. It's like stuff like that is great. You're showing the struggle in the moves, you're making it a little bit more brutal, and you're making it also different and interesting.
Yeah. Not a ton else to mention from this episode to
Eddie
me.
stole the shoes and socks of the Bucks.
That's something worth mentioning.
I thought that was funny.
I thought Miro thanking Jesus was funny. I don't know where that came from. Was that a rib? Was he making fun of somebody else doing that, like their Academy Award speeches, or was he being serious? I have no clue with Miro.
Thank you, Jesus, for making me so strong I could smash everyone.
I mean, it was the weirdest fucking promo I've ever seen. And with Miro, people don't understand that Miro is genuinely a funny guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's super passionate. And I don't know if he's like, into religion or God or something. That could have been 100% genuine. That could have been a complete rib. I have no clue. No clue. So I was just fascinated by the whole thing.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, it was good stuff. I don't know.
He's Bulgarian, so I think it's Orthodox. Not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Or some form of Catholicism.
Right. So who knows? But it was very interesting. And then we got the American Dream, Cody Rhodes.
I really want a go-go.
What's with this meme about him saving or stopping racism? What's this? I've seen
he cut
the
a
meme
promo last week.
Okay.
He said, the America, it's like, the gist of the promo, and I don't mean to insult anything, but the gist of the promo is he's in an interracial marriage about that.
He's a white father of a black baby, man. That's like, that changes your whole world. That changes your shit.
So, he's
my dad now. Honorary black dude, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes.
Did you not see one of his limited time only shirts early on in AEW? He was wearing like a pimp coat or something.
My god! Honorary Godfather.
Yeah,
Cody Rhodes.
I mean, I totally get from his perspective, but it also just kind of
because it comes off funny from a corny white dude.
Yeah. He is.
Just say it. Like, he's a corny white dude, and when all of a sudden you become the ultimate advocate and champion of minorities, it seems weird to people. But also, I feel like it's totally genuine from Cody because he's the white father of a black baby now.
Mm-hmm.
That changes your perspective.
Yeah,
I have one of those. I have a white father of a black kid. I mean, and and once he went black, he never went back. So Cody's one of those.
Wow.
Cody's on the team now. Cody can get a visitor pass to the meetings.
All right. So we'll see.
We're not mad at Cody. Meeting. White folks that think it was cheesy are mad at Cody. Black folks ain't mad at Cody.
Mad at Cody.
We love him.
Yeah, we do.
Go Byron. You got a black name, Byron, so you're cool.
Yeah, what's up?
And I am even wearing my my thing, my Black Lives thingy.
Oh, cool.
It's a thing. Woo. Wakanda forever.
Meef. Yeah, you have. Yeah, what you have, Justin?
Meef has a black friend. See, Meef has a black friend.
Yeah, Meef can say it because he has the black friend.
Oh my God! What do the Australians think about all this? They don't have racism down there because they only have white people, right?
No, they have massive racism. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's right. They don't like Aboriginal people.
They have their own native Australians.
Yeah, but they don't count them as humans, so it's not racism.
And also, their actual prime minister used to. Well, I don't know if they got a new one, but their old prime minister was so racist that they wanted to blow up ships with refugees on. And I mean blow up. I mean, there was a ship that was sinking at sea, and they were going to torpedo it.
Big surprise. Meatloaf comes to life when it's time to talk shit on Australia.
I feel like
I mean, it's a subject that's quite easy for, and if anybody's looking for something easy to get into as a subject to know about, or be passionate about hating, Australia's really easy. It just as soon as you start with Australia, the word, it just goes from there.
Yeah. Hey, Byron, you know what I didn't mention?
What?
Sheeta versus Rebel, not Reba, and whatever dust up the Paint Face brothers had.
Who are the Paint Face brothers?
The kid with the skateboard and the
oh yeah. So
the old useless guy with the baseball bat that nobody ever really liked.
Stink's gonna have an actual match so far.
Stink. That's right,
Stink. And Score.
You loved his last match, Justin. So don't lie to us.
What, the cinematic thing?
Yeah,
cinematic thing was amazing.
That was great. They're gonna have a real match. Sting.
I want to hate on Stink all day long, and I love Scorpio Sky and
they're looking great. I'm glad they're getting a program with them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you do with it. I'm not super excited about them as a program, but I'm super excited about the characters that they currently have. And again, I was saying this about the Brian Pillman thing. It's just giving me straight up attitude characters that actually work is not easy. And I think the BPJ and Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky are working in more of those straight up traditional wrestling tropes. And it's working for them. Keep it going, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Scorpio Sky also, he got a good run with SCU. He was basically brought into a over gimmick and kind of elevated personality wise by it. He'd put the work in the ring and
he
was over in the ring.
Too. Yeah,
do you ever find this funny about wrestling fans though? Because they hate. They're like, oh my god, it's just such a it's a throwback to whoever,
right?
And it's copying this guy, and it's blah blah blah. It's a trope kind of thing that they will throw around.
Yeah,
but have they ever watched? No, but if you watch any TV show or film that's ever existed, or read books, which I know obviously in America is a very difficult thing to do.
We have audiobooks though. We have Audible.
But
there's not really an excuse.
But all the characters that have ever been written and you'll meet in everyday life are all already in existence. It's happened before. There's no new, like James Bond. Every James Bond film is the same.
Well,
people still, millions of people still love it. And but the thing with wrestling is you're always going to have the same type of good guy, bad guy, and those kind of characters. There are differences and nuances you can add to characters, but in general terms, when you're telling a story and the way that humans and brains work, is you need certain things set out in a certain way. Like Byron will tell you when his writing classes, middle, beginning, end.
Yeah, but this is one of the reasons why I like Karrion Kross, and I'll get into that in a little bit, because they have an opportunity with him to do something that really hasn't been done since Stone Cold.
I wanted to, by the way, do something in AEW before we transition.
Yeah, go do it. I'm not transitioning because I got to go to a break anyway.
Yeah, because that's a big deal to get into. But just to finish the Scorpio Sky, this seems the most natural he's been in a role.
Yes, for sure.
It's great. Like, he's not doing matches. He does a heel hook and he does some gimmick work, and it's great. Good for him. I think that he's hit a stride now. This is awesome. Yeah,
and just let him go. Keep him right where he is. Don't change a damn thing. Just cycle people in and out of his universe, and it'll be great.
Yeah, and then they're going. AEW is going to be adding a trios belt finally,
which would be awesome. Somebody has to, and I was kind of hoping the new Azteca Underground would get to it before them, but looks like AEW's got the scoop on that one.
And the general consensus is that Death Triangle is supposed to take the belts. There's some issues.
They'll have it at some point in time, yes. I don't know if they'll hold it for very long. They probably want them to chase more than they want them to hold it.
I think they're supposed to be the idea, and subject to change, but I think they're supposed to be the first winners. But there's some difficulty with that. Kind of shows a little bit into their booking, but apparently, like, Penta had some visa issues, I guess. And then you have, they're just kind of difficult to book consistently. And then you have Pac with his quarantines in and outs. So that you book him for a minute and then send him home for a minute and then come back. And Phoenix just got injured again. He got injured on a show in Mexico.
Oh, is that surprising?
So, and it's like,
they finally got used to how to catch him when he runs full speed through the second rope at AEW, and then he probably is trying to do that somewhere else. Like, bro, it took them months to figure that out in AEW. Like, don't be trying to do that shit everywhere. That's not for the Indies or Mexico with guys that you haven't worked with for 6 months. Like, so chill on that, bro.
I hope all that stuff does not get in the way, and they get to be they get a good run with the trios belts. I think they would be a great representation of that.
Yeah, except they're going to put him on the... Meeves crackling at me. Yeah. Except they're going to put him on the Friday show. They're never going to let him on Dynamite with that belt. They're going to put him on the Friday show at the first match or whatever. Anyway, look, we got to take another quick break. We got an episode of Lucha Underground to talk about. I really want to talk about Karrion Kross and some of that stuff this week and that hot promo. So come right back after this and you'll get more.
Thanks, Luke.
Lucha-masks.com, in partnership with Mask Republic, give you personal protective masks to keep you Lucha strong in the fight versus COVID-19. With world-class luchadors Blue Demon Jr., the Lucha Brothers, LA Park, Ultimo Dragon, Cain Velasquez, Conan, and so much more. Head to lucha-masks.com and you too can become a masked warrior. Lucha-masks.com, powered by Pro Wrestling Revolution.
I don't know if you can see that or not, but this says, what does this say? And we're back. You know what this says, Byron? What does that say?
Your kindness will find new homes. I thought we weren't talking about that stuff.
Oh, it says your kindness. I thought, I don't have my glasses on. I thought that said penis.
Your kind will find, that's a bit bad, isn't it? Yeah.
My kind. See, racist beef loaf for Jesus Christ. And he talks about the Aussies. Okay, and we're back. So, Lucha Underground Season 2, Episode 12er? That's where we're at. 3 is a crowd.
Yes.
It depends on who that 3 is, though. Let's be honest. Like, if you're Taya, are you really mad about being in a Mundo cage sandwich?
What's that? I'll be right back. I'm going to leave.
I'm just asking.
That's a lot of abs. A lot of abs.
That's all the abs.
Yeah.
Especially at this point in time. Like, just seeing the 3 of them walk into Dario's office, that's a good-looking trio of white folks. Let's be real. And honestly, the lighting in that office made them look so badass. Like, that scene just looked so good. Like, I don't think that room was originally lit for, like, Conan and Dario and Chavo. And then you throw those shiny white dudes in there, and all of a sudden it's like, damn, y'all some glistening motherfuckers. Y'all look good.
You know, 2 of them were glitter, right?
Yeah. Cage might have, too.
He might have by proxy.
He might have rubbed off on Melissa a little bit. So I think this was the point in time when they were all just boning like all the time anyway. Like Johnny and Taya had hooked up and Melissa and Cage had hooked up. I don't even know what the timeline was like.
I'm not going to comment on any of that.
But anyway, they all look like they were having a grand time. Everyone's staying at the hotel together, having a good time. Johnny Mundo, happiest he's ever been in his life. Let's be honest. Come on. This is good times for this guy. Taya and Johnny are like the most adorable couple in the fucking universe. Melissa and Cage are a little annoying. Love those guys, but they're a little like they're
a bit too much TMI on the social media.
TMI, PDA, or whatever. Like you see Johnny, if you see Johnny and Taya together, you're like, oh, Johnny, Kira, you guys are so cute. Oh, they're sweethearts. They're so awesome together. Anyway, and you see, you
can't stop thinking about Cage's penis when that's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, neither could Melissa. So. From the 5'9", they call him
measuring in at 9 inches.
They call him. Woo! Byron is like, I can't. Why do I do this?
Byron's like, well, actually, I think you'll find Joe. It's 10.
Anyway, so these 3 are determined to be the next unlikely trio.
Yeah.
No, they can't top the unlikely trio of Angelico, son of Havoc, and Evil Lise. Who puts the evil back in Evil Lise? They can't top that unlikely trio, can they?
I like how Dario was like, this worked. I'm going to do it again. And the guys are like, but we don't want to. And he's like, take into consideration, but you're going to do it.
Right. I mean, this is the Dario that we love. Like, this is Lucha Underground hitting its stride of like, Dario's fucking with people for the sake of fucking with people. And then you start to learn later that it's all a distraction from his plans. But like, if you're thinking about Dario here as the mastermind that he is, it's like, what is he really doing here? He's distracting Cage and Mundo so they stay away from his brother and out of the power that he's trying to wrest from the people who have actual mystical power. Like, you don't know that that's the storyline yet, but it also perfectly leads to what is the story behind the story here. And Dario's great at it. He's like, no, you guys are a legitimate threat, so I'm distracting you with nonsense.
To see MLW's version of the Gauntlet being
Cesar Duran's
like straight from
a Thanos glove. I cannot wait for it.
Yeah, gift of the Aztecas
universe.
Yeah. It's a present from the gods.
I also loved how at the end,
I want to do a whole episode of this, by the way, where we fantasy book MLW and change everything's name just ever so slightly to the Azteca Underground version of everyone's name.
Ken Cuerno. He's an office work. He's actually a bounty hunter.
Ken Cuerno is
You know what we should do? We should film an episode or a pilot of the MMM show Azteca Underground using only stuff we could buy at Walmart for a combined like $200 total.
Oh, that's just mean.
What?
Oh, you're mean.
I didn't
hated that set. Byron hated that set, man.
No,
Leaf,
cool.
Did you hate that set from the new Dario segment at MLW?
I had the Red Bull. That's all I care about.
That's what I said to Byron. Dude, Byron hated on the rest of the set.
I said it delivered on exactly what they needed it to deliver. So A+, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, he said it delivered on exactly what they needed to deliver on, which was a segment in an IKEA warehouse.
Mm-hmm. It did look
That's
like
what he said.
An old Elliot hut. I don't know if you guys have Elliot huts. They're like those, outside school buildings that were replacing classrooms for a temporary time, and they're actually there for 15 years.
Oh, that's all we have in Los Angeles. That's every school in Los Angeles.
So something that can burn down and be replaced easily.
I went to a brand new elementary school that started with a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
They build them outside like Bible camps / prison camps.
Okay.
That's how they do them in Southern California. Like the cafeterias are all outside. The kids have to just eat outside. There's no indoor cafeteria because it never rains in Southern California. Anyway, go.
I'll do the tag match, the trios match, because I'm not a man. And Dario goes, "Yeah, we know you're a machine." I love how they're just.
I know. You're a machine.
Justin, you can't do that.
I can't do that. Can I? No.
It'd be preferable if you didn't.
No, don't tell him because he might slip his Tejano impression in.
I can't do Tejano.
We're gonna lose our Lucha Mask sponsor.
Wow, that's terrible. Killshot versus Argenis. Okay, I just got to say this. How can you not love Killshot at this point in his career? He's flowing with the Lucha Libre guys, but he is 100% keeping it his style. Like, he knows how he's one of the first guys that really, I think, cracked the whole no. I'm an American indie wrestler, like Ring of Honor style wrestling. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to make that completely flow 100% with Lucha Libre, where everything that I'm doing makes their shit look good, and I'm making my shit look good at the same time. This match was flawless for that, with Argenis and everything.
Friend of the show, Argenis.
I don't know if they worked this out a ton beforehand or not, but it made them both look great. And he was not doing Lucha Libre.
Argenis looks great in unfortunately, as Argenis, he jobbed a lot, but he looks great in every match. It was also great to get him back on the show and wonder where he went for a short while.
He might have been doing something else, or I'm sure he was actually in the ring wrestling somewhere, but maybe his gear wasn't dry cleaned or something, Just saying. Anyway, I like this match. I really like this match. This was one of those Lucha Underground, yes, let's just throw two guys out there. There's not a ton of story here yet, but we're building. a thing, and clearly it was more meant to build Killshot than Arhennis, but man, Arhennis looked like $1 million out there too.
Yeah. Also, it was really interesting to see that cool promo package vignette on Killshot last week, and then this week the whole match is just a commentating team trying to say all the military promo like buzzwords for Killshot without actually knowing about it because they're not supposed to.
Which is the way it's supposed to be, because they screwed it up last week when they were doing the same kind of thing where they were giving away Marty's backstory from shit that they weren't supposed to have seen.
Yeah, I mean there was some cringe stuff like Stryker going like an IED. Killshot is improvising his offense, and it's like, well, okay, this guy isn't Chris Kanyon. So,
but come on, that's genuinely Stryker. If Stryker didn't say at least 3 things like that in an episode, would you even want him there? Like, I hate him on Impact because he doesn't do enough of that.
That's
like,
true.
Give me Cheese Dick Stryker any day. That's like really trying to push a storyline more than it should be. That's the Stryker I like. He just, man, he seems so uninspired over at Impact sometimes. I feel bad for him.
You know what's weird? Him and D'Lo, right?
Yeah.
Gets me about them on Impact is that they don't sound different. You know, not like person to person. It's just the role that they're playing. They don't sound different. And then they get excited around the same time about the same stuff in the same way. And they sound like that Josh dude when something crazy starts happening. And it's like, you guys, it's not 2 different voices.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's kind of a shame. And like, you know, I hate to say it, but right now, my favorite commentary team is NXT. They're flowing.
Stu Bennett's really good with it.
Stu has fallen right into it. He is fucking phenomenal. He's my favorite heel color guy in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing better than Taz right now, which is amazing to say because I like Taz on commentary. Like Taz and Excalibur on commentary, I think is good.
I watched the doc recently where they had Ricky Starks on it. By the way, Ricky Starks, get well soon. And it's so great that he's still able to be on TV.
Yeah.
It's like, and he's out there talking shit, and then Hangman comes out, just hands him his
drink. Yeah, I love that. We didn't talk about that earlier, but I actually liked that segment. And I liked Hangman just getting in there and going wild, but you know, leaving Team Taz standing tall. I like the whole thing. That whole thing worked.
But I liked on Dark where like every once in a while Taz will kind of rip into Starks, and Starks will kind of like puppy dog, like, oh man, you know,
like, I thought I was doing better than that.
And then Excalibur's like, oh, dissension of Team Taz, and Starks goes, iron sharpens iron. This is just how we do it.
So we got a double vignette here. Daj and Lotus for a brief second, just kind of continuing the original Dragon Azteca storyline. And then we get the appearance of a wrestler I was very happy to see because at the time he was one of the hot up-and-coming young guys in Mexico that people were talking about, who I did not expect to see in Lucha Underground by any stretch of the imagination. I didn't think he was even on the radar, but his visa worked out well, and they decided to use him relatively heavily for a while. Daga. Appears. Daga. And Dario shows him the Azteca medallions, the Aztec medallions. And he says it flat out, like, I want to see if the hype about you is real. So I have another grimy Mexican warrior for you to face off against. And how more perfect an opponent can you get for Daga's first match in Lucha Underground than Tejano? And this is where you finally get to see the real Tejano. Like, they go through this good opening sequence. You get fucking hoss fight. You get lucha libre. You get Japanese style catch wrestling. Like, if you don't love something in this match between Tejano and Daga, you don't like wrestling. There has to be something in this match that you love. To me, it's like everything I love about wrestling. The only thing it was short was like a little bit of hardcore action. Mm-hmm. Like, if they had thrown a ladder spot in there, this would have been like the perfect match to me. I don't know. Am I crazy? No, I'm not crazy.
All right. Well, I liked the match. I thought it was great. Obviously, the new guy loses, but looks good. And I also just really liked how many luchadors there were on this show. How much lucha libre was on this episode.
And different flavors of Lucha Libre, too. I mean, Lucha Libre is not just one thing. It's not just guys, running in and out of the ring without tagging and then doing a flip dive. There's a lot more to Lucha Libre. And I think when you see Daga and Tejano, you realize that. Like, yeah, there's going to be a Hurricane Rana, but there's also a strong style spot and then a giant skyscraper power bomb for the finish. You know what I mean? Like, there were some great spots. Like, and Tejano looked so fucking good in this match, too. Like, Daga was the thing that he needed. He needed, the smaller version of Cage, which is kind of what Daga is. Like, he's Hoss. He works super stiff. He works super stiff and hard, and he's Hoss, but at the same time smaller than Cage. So Tejano can throw him around a little bit and do the pop up, power bombs and moves like that with him. It looked great to me. I was a big fan. Vignette number 4, Katrina and Mill raise the disciples. They will not fail again, and next week they will be closer to the trios titles. And she promises that Matanza may be more devastating than the earthquake that made Mill, but he will still be champion again. The reason why I loved this promo is because now we're really acknowledging full on that there's supernatural powers going on. It's not this veiled teleportation thing anymore. It's like special effects and graphics and Katrina raising people from the ground with the rock. Like, we're saying flat out at this point in this universe, there are supernatural powers. And this is not just a wrestling show where people yell at each other and say, "Oh, I'm going to fight you because I'm the baddest dude in the room." I dig that.
Yes. I agree. I also thought it was just a short and sweet promo to say, all right, these guys will be on the show next week.
Yeah. I mean, you want to keep your faces in there, and they've really done a great job. Like, the Matanza gimmick is so over at this point. I think everything that they did with Matanza between this and the thing with Dario at the end, like, it works. The story is working, and it was a big gamble for them. Taking, 5'6" Jeff Cobb or whatever and making him into a monster heel. Don't get me wrong. He can throw people around the ring like he's, Abyss or Kane or one of these bigger guys, but he's not. Jeff Cobb is not that size. Which also makes Mil Muertes the perfect foil because, Ricky Banderas just looks yoked, but at the same time, he's not that huge either.
Is that 5'9"?
Yeah, I mean, he's shorter than me. Both these guys are, Byron looks like a giant next to these guys. You guys didn't know it, but Byron's Hoss. Byron is a Hoss fight.
What's up? I'm the Jack Swagger of the MMA show.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm the Ward.
You are definitely the Jack Swagger. Yeah. Power to the people, whatever.
What's Justin then?
Strong. Wait, strong.
If he's Jack Swagger, what's Casey?
Halloween.
Casey's not on the show anymore. Oh, guess what? There's
Wait, do we need to run a Casey bit this week? Did he do something?
Maybe we already ran it in this show.
Yeah, let's run it back in the first segment somewhere, Byron. Let's just drop it in early so that Casey can actually watch it and then not watch the rest of the show.
He reviewed, obviously, as you all know, he got a new doll and he talked about it.
Oh, he likes
how
dolls.
Cute.
That is so adorable. So this next match, I didn't know quite what to make of it at first. We've got Puma, Ray, and Dragon Azteca Jr. versus Taya, Mundo, and Cage. It's almost too many good things in one match. And I felt like Dragon Azteca and Cage were a little clunky at first, which was a little disappointing. But then they smoothed it out pretty quickly. And then the thing that was most impressive to me again here was Taya, because she's the one woman in this match, but I wasn't thinking about that at first.
Right.
She fit right into the whole thing. She seemed like, and when you really think about it, here's a woman who just came up from Mexico. She's now in the ring with, Johnny Mundo and Rey Mysterio and Ricochet. And she literally just came up from somewhat obscurity in Mexico. And now she's wrestling with some of the top guys in the business.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling with them, though. not a valet, not just coming to the ring, not just in a program with them, but actually in the ring, like it's nothing. Like it just totally makes sense.
Another day
She's
off
just
this.
standing toe to toe with fucking Rey Mysterio, a former WWE champion. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like that's a big deal, and it's a big deal for Ray Horus too. Like,
Yep.
it's a big deal for both of those two to be in this match this quickly. So, and they fit right in, and I loved it. That was my biggest takeaway from this match.
Agree 100%. It was a lot of, especially by the end when they start, everyone hits their high spots. Thought it was great. I thought that Mundo was going to start laughing when Ricochet hit the 630 just square on him, just like, oh my God.
He actually even came up a little short. Literally, I've never seen him hit it where he doesn't go past the guy, and he actually landed on the turnbuckle side. And I think Mundo was laughing, but then he was also worried that Ricochet might be hurt, I think, which kind of wiped it off. But the whole second half of this match, I will say, it looked like it was very well rehearsed. There was a lot of really complicated team-up spots that were brand new that no one's ever done before. Not that they were like super impressive or knock your socks off or anything, but they were brand new spots that I think were very well rehearsed. And it feels like they spent a lot of time either earlier that day or the day before, like really going over this match, especially the second half and all the different spots. Like from the Dragon Azteca dive onward, it was all complicated, 3 or 4 person spots and sequences. And they looked really well oiled. I don't know if that was the editing or what, and then Puma hits the 6,000,030 splash for the like just spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. Maybe that's why he's no good on the mic, because he's still fucking dizzy every time he grabs the stick. Just saying. And then our final vignette, Dario tells Matanza the man of 1,000 deaths will not be easy to break. Next week, he'll bring death to the dead. So, again, just how fucking over is this gimmick? It works. He touches his face. He gives him the whole, like, I keep you locked up because I love you thing, whatever he's got going on. Like, it's great. It's good storytelling. Good, solid episode.
I liked it a lot.
And Penta didn't lose on this episode.
5 stars.
Yeah, he also didn't do anything. So a rare, good, Penta-less episode of Lucha Underground.
And this is one of the first times we saw Ray back on TV, on American TV, in a long time. And he actually slow rolled it back. So he's doing stuff like this, and he looks great. But he still wasn't doing a whole bunch just yet.
Yeah, but we were all impressed with how fast he was running the ropes, because the last time anyone had seen Ray, he still had the knee brace on, and he was slowed down a step, and he sure as hell wasn't in this match. And everyone was like, since when can Rey Mysterio run the ropes like that anymore? He had turned into Stone Cold Bionic Knee guy for a while.
Yeah.
So it was good to see. All right, let's take another quick break. We're going to come back. I want to talk a little bit about NXT and Karrion Kross. Back after this.
If you're listening to this and you haven't visited luchacentral.com, it's time to do it. luchacentral.com is the online home for Lucha Libre, where you can get all of the top news in English and in Spanish. Find the best curated video content and original content not seen anywhere else. Find when Lucha Libre events would be happening in your area. Find photo galleries from top photographers covering Lucha Libre around the world. From weekly polls to annual awards. Seen and read by top executives in all of the major Lucha Libre promotions across the globe. And on top of that, it's free. LuchaCentral.com, your centralized place for all things Lucha Libre.
Oh, Byron, I got a new toy.
We're back. What'd you get, Meef?
That looks interesting.
Hey, Meef, can I just tell you something, bro?
Oh, wow. That's cool. What does that do?
It cuts
It's a knife.
leather.
I like
It's
it.
so sharp. I had imported it from America. Some guy makes them out there called Terry Knipshield.
Meef, can I just tell you that this thing, like, it's my signature now. Everybody recognizes me for this thing now. It fits my my Food Paradise scripts perfectly. I use this bitch every fucking day, like my life depended on it now, bro. Like,
That's cool.
it's seriously, this is my Meef wallet.
Nice.
Byron would love to have one of these, and also would love to have a job that would make having one of these matter.
Yeah, Meef.
Yeah.
Can I have a job?
I'm just feeling a Casey's one because I've had a bit. Obviously, things have been mental, but I got
make it something for Casey in front of me.
Not your Casey, Justin's Casey.
Oh, that makes sense.
Justin's paying customer Casey.
Yeah. And I'm making sure it's right because I got to figure out all the cool little things.
But man, I'm not even kidding. Like, look, this was the prototype. This was Meef's first shot at it, and no, it's 100% exactly what I need. I use this bitch every fucking day. That's the script wallet that I like to call the Meef wallet.
Meef wallet
holds my scripts, keeps my little stuff down in the pouch here. Got my
What do you Hollywood elite people keep in the little pouch?
Condoms.
On set. Oh, I was going to go for cocaine.
No, man, that's so 2020. So last year. No, man, I don't do that stuff anymore today.
We're so edgy.
Let's talk about. We've been very edgy today. Like,
did we come back?
Oh, and we're back. Yeah, we came back because I'm talking about I'm plugging Meef, and I also got to plug my friends over at Demon X Bunny. Hi, Allie. Hi, Rosemary. How you ladies doing today?
Oh,
you okay back there? Just chilling. See, this week I only have one bed in the hotel room, so they get the day shift and I get the night shift, and they have to go to the couch. I don't share a bed with the ladies. It's not that kind of thing, Byron. Don't get it twisted. Totally platonic. They are just my friends. Rosemary and Ellie are over there chilling, taking a rest while I'm doing the show. Sorry for being so loud, ladies. Sorry.
He has the Twisted Sisters at night.
Oh. Hey, Thunder Rosa, if you're listening, the last 3 pictures that you posted,
oh my God,
too hot for television. Just saying. You're like my little sister, and I know you're old man, and I'm starting to feel tingly, inappropriate vibes when you post photos. I think you need to take a chill on that shit.
Can I tell you, she's in Pasadena right now doing a signing.
She's all mad at me because she keeps seeing stuff from my food show. She's like, I want some. Like, I'll put you on my food show. There's an episode there's an episode of Food Paradise with Thunder Rosa when I was in Austin that she's on. She does the food interview. She takes the big bites. She says the silly, oh, it's a meat explosion in my mouth or whatever stuff. Go find it. It's on Discovery Plus. It's
meat explosion.
Meat explosion.
No, not a meat explosion. No, I absolutely have to get somebody to say that on that show now. I get people to say the craziest stuff about food because it's just a fun, silly show.
I can't wait. Speaking of the food, I can't wait until the pre-ordered Lucha Libre cookbook that I ordered from the Legends of Lucha, Kevin Kleinrock, Master Republic. I'm looking forward to Lucha Libre recipes from all my favorite luchadors.
And Eat Like a Luchador, the famous cookbook, Eat Like a Luchador, available now for pre-order on Amazon.
Specifically, that is the one.
That's a great looking book. I've heard awesome things about it, including that our friend Meatloaf has a great recipe in there.
That is very true.
Alongside Lucha Libre greats and industry experts, they somehow let Meatloaf into the book.
I was like, well,
look, we get various perks from Kevin Kleinrock, so take it where you can get it, brother.
Yeah.
If he's gonna let you in the book, you just take that and you run with it. Damn it, Meef, you're gonna be fucking famous because that recipe. I've seen your page, by the way. I don't know if you've seen your page.
Oh yeah, I've seen my page. Yeah,
you've seen your page. That recipe looks good as fuck, bro.
Can we put it on the? No, you got to buy the book to see. No,
Kevin will probably let us put the one page up right before the release. We'll do it right. Yeah. We'll ask Kevin and we'll put it right before the release. And also,
I think I'm like the page before Phoenix.
Yeah. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
because people are going to leap right past you.
They're gonna get to me.
I wish I could have paid Kevin off 2 years ago to get into the cookbook and put in some hard shell taco recipe.
from Ortega.
You need
El
some
Paso.
muscles. You need some of that ground beef that comes from just powder and add water. You need shredded lettuce.
Chorizo. Come on, man.
Byron.
Yeah.
Like, the reason I'm in the cookbook is because I was putting all my birria recipes up, and I was doing my El Pastor tacos, and Kevin, as soon as I was like, I don't know what recipe to go for, I could do like Mexican shepherd's pie. And Kev was like, the whitest reaction ever to something, just going, let's add chili to an English recipe and call it Mexican.
That's amazing.
I'll eat that.
Amazing.
I had shepherd's pie last night. It was delicious.
It's cottage. It's basically chili con carne, which I'm stressing is chili con carne, not carne con chile. There is a difference.
There is a difference.
There is a difference.
With
it's the difference between an arm bar and a cross arm breaker, Byron.
Arm bar.
Cross arm breaker.
Which is funny as fuck, because basically I work at a supermarket where currently they have Mexican style corn.
Elotes?
Which is no, that's the funny thing. That's the first thing I said was like going, you do realise Mexican style corn is actually a thing.
Right.
It's not just you can go Mexican.
No, they
style
put some. They put like some sliced pimento peppers in there and call it Mexican corn, right?
No. They've got corn cobbets. You know, that's just like the little ditty,
right?
With chili butter.
That's it. That's not okay.
We need to write a letter.
Wow.
We need to write a letter.
Actually, I had some real Mexican corn yesterday and some fabulous tacos in Louisville, Kentucky, of all places.
Did we come back?
I do know also.
We're back. Okay, so let me ask you this question.
I walk around my supermarket and go, from the advice of someone who's actually a published Mexican chef now.
You tell him, Pepe. You tell him.
So we should film some sort of commercial for the cookbook.
Yes,
which might just be like
just an apron.
Meat and just an apron.
I can make the apron for it as well.
Meat and a Justin apron.
No, not wrapping me around him as an apron again. That was tricky. Here's the question I have for you guys. This is an important question.
Yeah.
Is Kevin Kross a babyface or a heel? Karrion Kross, I'm sorry.
Kevin Kross is a babyface. He is a nice person. Karrion Kross is he's like the way this last promo is, they went back for this time to the most optimal way to showcase him in NXT as pretty much like a legitimate prize fighter, like a Brock Lesnar type person. And
okay, so is he a baby face or a heel?
So he's lining up against Finn, who also is a little tweenerish. So
right. So is Karrion Kross a babyface or a heel?
I think it's just a "This is awesome" chant match.
Correct. And it's working. They don't have to declare whether Kross is a babyface or a heel. And this is why I was saying earlier in this episode that they have an opportunity now with Kross to do something big. Finn is still a babyface, by the way, but he's a babyface that some people are kind of tired of, so it's giving him a little bit of this tweener thing. But he's still a babyface for the most part. Like, he's still a hero. He's not doing anything dastardly or whatever. Kross is doing a little bit of both.
It's holding gold.
He's not protecting anyone's interests but his own, and he's doing them as an athlete and a badass, which is a formula that they've had a lot of trouble cracking in WWE, and they've tried to do it a few times. For some reason, it's working with Karrion Kross.
Yeah. He's amazing, but he's so lovely.
It's working, and he's believable. And like when Pat McAfee talks about him during that promo, he's spot on. Of like, this guy has come in and he's captured people's imaginations by just looking believable.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's like, oh my God, you mean that's the secret to wrestling? You just have to look like you're believable in your character?
I will say,
Oh my God, it's that easy.
In this vignette, there's a tremendous slow-mo shot of
This isn't a vignette, by the way. This is
promo package.
This is a big fight promo package.
Yeah.
And it has a big fight feel.
Yes.
Hands down. And
this is a 90s throwback boxing promo.
I mean, this is. And it feels like, you know, Conor McGregor, Jose Aldo did when that happened. Like, you're finally they're making it feel like you're finally getting the fight you want, even though we just had this fight.
Yeah.
Even though there's zero stakes in this, regardless of which one of them wins, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Either one of them can walk away with this belt. It doesn't matter.
It is Tuesday night, isn't it, as well? So it's not even pay-per-view.
Correct.
Yeah.
They spent a bunch of money putting this package together. This is why you know they really believe in Karrion Kross. They're doing stuff for him that they didn't even do for Adam Cole until more than halfway through his run. They're giving him these kind of packages for a regular episode of NXT. It's amazing. And that is a high quality package. Like, the editors and directors and producers of that package, even from them walking in and sitting down, and it was Borscht. And then you're seeing the lights in the background, and they give it like an ESPN feel at the beginning of it. And then Kross saying, you know, roll the tape. I want to see this. Like, I love that. I mean, because in that one sentence, you're seeing that, like, he wants to see himself destroy this guy again, but he also wants to see where he fucked up and how he's going to beat this guy again. Like, he's actually wanting to watch this piece of tape with you. And it only took one line for him to say that and express all of that emotion in it.
It was so great that when they show the bit of the double stomp, and then on the pinfall, Kross goes for the rear naked choke, and then he explains, just after that double stomp, I could not cinch the choke in like I wanted to. And then you see Finn, like, he tells the story of the match as like he's watching tape, seeing what went wrong.
Finn overdid it a little too much in the way he was putting Kross over. It sounded a little too hinky, as opposed to when Kross did it and he's just like, yeah, I felt that so much I couldn't get my next move off. But then Finn is going more on about, like, oh no, he's the most destructive force that's been here in a long time. And this was like, okay, I get it. You're still cutting a wrestling promo. Kross is cutting a fight package. Like, one of the two of you gets this a little bit better than the other one, even in this package. But Finn did a good job. Like, it was a great package still, start to finish.
Great. There was this one, because I ragged on Kross's forearms a lot and his forearm finish. I've said my piece about it, but there is a really great shot in this video, slow-mo shot of Kross hitting Finn with it, and Finn's body just kind of rippling and crumbling.
Well, and it's scary as fuck, because then Kross is like, yeah, I really kind of wanted to put my arm through his head right there, you know. When I'm in the ring, no mercy. Like, he just basically says, like, when I'm in the ring, he's saying, no offense to this guy as a human being, but when you're in the ring across from me, you're not a human being. I'm just there to smash you into pieces. And that's the way real MMA fighters have to think too. They have to have that separation of, like, look, I want to be, you know, I want to have this Zen kind of martial artist thing inside me where I'm not some just violent killer. But at the same time, when they close that cage door, until the referee pulls me off of your lifeless, limp body, it is my job to punish and hurt you and try to cause you pain and damage. And Kross is basically saying that here. Like, this package is just aces. Just aces. And these guys aren't even on the show this week. It's amazing. Other interesting tidbits from AEW. First of all, NXT, I'm sorry. NXT. First of all, Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae getting their champion massage. Creepy Dexter's there. And I think I might have actually shed a tear when she started to say mean things about Dexter.
He's such a nice guy who just, you know,
I don't know what it is. I actually like this stupid storyline. There is something wrong with me. I am broken as a human being. This storyline is so bad. It is not good wrestling TV. There's something wrong with me that I like this storyline, Byron. I am broken. I'm broken, Meatloaf. I apologize for liking this.
I don't think it's pretending to be anything that it isn't. You know, and there's something to appreciate about that.
And they're just going for it, and it's so stupid. It's so stupid. But I fucking like it for some reason, and it's making me like Indy Hartwell more. And I already like Dexter, and it's giving Candace something to do. And I normally hate when they do storylines like this with people who are holding belts. I mean, they're the fucking champions, and they're lying there doing a comedy bit in a massage parlor. Normally, that irritates the hell out of me. But this was good. I liked it. Yeah. Not as good as Cameron Grimes, though. What's up with your boy Grimes, Byron?
Cameron Grimes. Every time he pops on camera, he yells. He just goes, Cameron Grimes, which is tremendous branding. It's hilarious. And then every time he says Ted Dibiase, it's also hilarious. And then whatever they write in between, whatever, it works. It doesn't work. It's still, you hit those 2 notes. It's great. There was a thing where he sort of chased Dibiase out to hit Dibiase's limo in the back, and I almost lost it because Cameron Grimes went up to the limo and opened the door and then closed it and then put the hand on the door and then kept yanking on the handle, and it sort of popped open a couple times. Dibiase's on the inside, not his problem. Never locks it once. Never locked the door. That Grimes was supposed to be locked out of the limo. And then he lowers it and does the $1 Million Man laugh, and they drive off to Dibiase. And I just thought it was so funny because the door was unlocked.
I love the package thing that Grimes did too, where he shows Virgil pinning Dibiase and all that crap. Like, come on. Oh, so good. Like, somehow you're getting heat on Dibiase and it's still getting him over, and the crowd's chanting his name. Like, who can be mad? You got Virgil on WWE TV this week. Who can be upset about that?
Getting a meat sauce.
And getting a win. They showed Virgil getting a win on WWE TV this week. What? Did anybody wake up this week thinking that was going to happen? That WWE was going to pull out some Virgil getting a win footage?
Yeah, you didn't think that was going to happen when he was still wrestling.
Never. You thought that was going to happen? Never. Never, ever. And they're clearly showing it, and it's just like, and Ted had to be laughing his ass off just seeing that footage too. I mean, he's a good sport. Sadly, they're never going to lead to like an in-ring conclusion to this thing. I don't think. I don't know what you can do with DiBiase at this point. From what I understand, his back end, his knees are totally gone. Like, there's no chance of him bumping at all.
Or Backlund.
So, you think Byron? You think we actually see DiBiase pay this feud off in some way with Grimes? In ring at any point in time, or even just a bump, or maybe he goes in and just squashes out Grimes one time and then disappears from this thing. Like, how do you end this?
I would not put them in a ring together. Grimes still has legitimacy in the ring, which they carefully protect as a comedy character, which is a unique take on it for WWE. I don't know. I think you enjoy the ride, see where it goes.
Just pair them up in the end.
Maybe. I mean, look, it's a hot ride.
Both get screwed over by some hot chick or something.
No,
he buys Grimes' contract as a manager.
I think that would be kind of fun. Or you do a thing where, I would love to see DiBiase manage somebody against Grimes and then switch on that person and swerve that person and come around to Grimes' side as his mentor.
In the dream.
Yeah. And put DiBiase. But do you really want DiBiase really being a manager character? Like, he's so much fun just coming in and doing these quick little bits or whatever.
But I'm sure he's busy.
You could pay it off for a pay-per-view or maybe one or two things down the line. Anyway, I was digging that. I did not see the end of the Bronson Pinchot Human Kaiju versus Johnny Gimmick Name.
Yeah, so that was just a good match. It's just really awesome to see Bronson Reed win. Great moment.
Wait, is he the new champion?
He is the new North American champion. He got sparklers. He got a legit pin in a cage match. We all hate the escape rules.
Oh, that's great. I didn't watch the end of the episode, so I did not know that. That is a genuine surprise to me. That's really awesome that he won. Now I'll go back and watch it.
You should definitely watch it.
Jim must have jinxed Johnny.
He cut a good promo.
Johnny doesn't need it. And his girl's got the belt. Like, they can't. The way can't hold all the gold.
Well, Gargano's, even as champ, he's been putting he's been putting new people over on NXT forever, and this is just another thing.
Right, and if they really want to, storyline wise, they can have Brunson drop right back to Johnny in a couple of weeks and have it be fine. Like Johnny coming in and out of this belt a lot is not a bad thing, I don't think. It gives him the ability to put these guys over. Like what's this scrawny little guy? Why can't I think of his
Leon Ruff?
Yeah, Ruff. I wanted to say Leo Rush, the other scrawny little guy.
I found it so funny when they pushed him the next week, and I was like,
"Yeah,
wow, this is close to the bone."
Yeah, it's close. But not a bad NXT. Not a bad AEW this week, and certainly a fun Lucha Underground. I definitely want to. I feel like next week is my week to check back in with Raw and SmackDown. I've been kind of in and out. I saw a little bit of the pay-per-view, but I don't know. Should I do it? I don't know. Write us in the comments or hit us in the DMs and tell me, should I start watching SmackDown and Raw again? Is now the time? Like I like what they've been doing with Roman and the Usos. I like Bobby Lashley as a champion. So tell me, should I be tuning back into these shows? Am I missing more than the top level notes? Is there something there? Is the Archer of Infamy doing things that I have to see, that I have to tune into Monday night to watch?
You know what? Now there's a second Elias. The Boogers dude played guitar for Shinsuke to walk to the ring, as if they didn't want to make Shinsuke look like even more of a jobber. They have a hack guitar player playing him to the ring.
Great.
It was
Jesus
bad.
Christ. How the mighty have fallen. Well, look, we'll be back next week with more shenanigans. Hopefully we'll start having some guests again soon, get our schedules dialed in, and do some fun things here on Mass Mats and Mayhem. So until next time, stay calm and stay in the mix.
Penis.